here with you, and I'm here for making some postcards. I have made some painty papers, and I'm hoping to make sets of different things and to put it in my Etsy store. At first, everybody's asking me what this thing is. It's a little plate that I got back in 2017 from Obonichi, and I thought it would be a cute thing to mix up paint and stuff, so that's why it was on my desk. Okay, so now that that's out of the way, so I made some painty papers, and this time around I'm going to be making some postcards, and then next week I'll be making some cards to go into a little folder, and I'll be making some journals. So I'm hoping to make a release very soon in my Etsy store of these items. So let's get going. I'm not going to put the timer because I want to make a set of 4. So that's the goal, to make a set of 4 postcards. So I've stamped already the postcard stamp on the back. If you don't know, if you want to get that postcard stamp, you can get it by following the Amazon link that's on in the description box below. Thank you so much for everybody that does follow the link, or that follow the link and make some other purchases. I've noticed basically that if you follow my link to get to Amazon, then whatever you purchase, I get a little portion back. So it's always very much appreciated. It's really not much, but you know, every little bit helps. And as you know, I've been wanting to get a dehydrator. That's my big goal, and my husband's not too fond of the idea, so I'm hoping to say, well honey, it's with the money that I got, so you can't say anything because it's not your money, and it's not, I'm not making the family you know, less rich or whatever. I'm not creating other issues, because basically I'm getting gift cards from Amazon, so I have to spend it there. So it's not like I'm getting actual cash, which is a great way for Amazon basically to keep its revenue. But I mean, I appreciate it. Haven't really purchased much from them with that, because like I said, I haven't made much money at all. I think the last time I purchased anything was a little $20 item way back a couple years ago. So it's been a while, and I've been accumulating, and hopefully get that dehydrator. The bad thing though is if I was to get it to be delivered to Canada, the good rate was disappearing on me, because the one that sells at the best rate on Amazon only delivers to the US. So I'm very lucky. My sister from another mister has agreed to, if I purchase it and I pay the freight from her place to my place, she'll get it, you know, I can get it delivered to her place, and then she'll ship it to me. So because it's a big difference in price, like big. So I mean, we're talking over $100 US, so yeah. I'm really jealous sometimes of you guys in the States, because you get free shipping on stuff, and not only do you get free shipping, but you get a bunch of really good deals, which we don't have access to. Don't get me wrong, I love being Canadian, but sometimes I envy you the access of things that I don't have access to. So I've been really busy and enjoying myself, basically. Trying to learn how to make food for my family. I've done a lot of canning in the past. When my kids were little, I used to, when they were babies, actually when I was on maternity leave, I would make some clothes for them. I would, because I had summer babies, so I used to do a lot of canning and preserving, and I would make apple pie and all kinds of pies and stuff like that. But then when I would go back to work, it was a lot harder to maintain. So my kids kind of forgot that I used to do that, and so they're all like, "Oh, Mom, you know how to do this," and it's kind of bad when you realize that they don't know that you've got the knowledge and that you've done it like many times. But I'm trying to do new recipes, things that are a bit more complex, and I've never pressure canned, so I just purchased one of those because I'd like to be able to have fresh beans canned by myself instead of purchasing the ones that have sodium at the store, and in the winter time be able to use those, as well as freeze some. I unthawed my my big freezer because it was bad. We hadn't done it in a little while and it was full of ice, so took care of that. And I've been watching a lot of videos on what is best to freeze and how to freeze it. The only part that I'm having a lot of issues is, as you know, I've been trying to well, not save the environment, but be more self-conscious of my footprint. So I've been trying to save as much as possible, and stop using plastic as much as possible. I've stopped. I am not going to be purchasing any more baby wipes. I'm using the ones I've got, but afterwards I'm not going to be buying them. I replaced my dryer sheets with some of those plastic rubber plastic balls that go into the machine. I found online somebody that was on an Etsy store, actually, somebody that provides sanitary napkins but made out of cloth, and they're really good actually. So I was very surprised. I was very skeptical, but they're really good. I'm using a lot of towels instead of paper towels, and we haven't bought paper towels in a while. So I'm trying to be all that self-conscious, but where I'm having a big issue, and if you guys have ideas, well, let me know, is freezing my stuff without using the Ziploc bags. Because I could put it in containers, it's just not as convenient, I find. Like, it takes more room. I don't know, I'm not convinced. So that's my big issue right now. Okay, so I'm using this 8 bin of scraps, and I'm going to be layering some stuff on there. I know that I've had comments of people saying, "Oh my god, but you had a great background, why did you go and cover it up with the brown paper or with the whatever paper?" And I like getting that comment because it is a question of preference. I really like having multi layers on my things. I don't like just plopping an image and saying that's done. So that's why I do it that way. But I can imagine that for some people it's a bit weird to have so much work go into making the paper and then covering it up. So I get that, guys. It's not that I don't. Now I'm trying to go through, like, looking on the back side with the light. I can see what's on the back. So I'm trying to save the image so that I can use this as well, or this, or that one mostly. But use this one. So I don't think that there's much I can do about saving this one unless I do the nest a little bit less. Did I save them? Yeah, pretty good. I'm impressed. Okay, so I'm thinking of using these. So these come from a Reader's Digest book about North American wildlife. And it has birds, it has butterflies, it has all kinds of animals, it has flowers. I'm gonna have to remove some of the pages though, because there's a lot of bugs that I'm not really fond of, and there's a lot of other animals I'm not sure, and I'm not very fond of reptiles. Like, I mean, I don't mind reptiles and nature and all that, but on stuff that I make, I don't know. It's not, I'm not convinced that I would want that. So I want to kind of do some sort of layers that remind, because birds in the spring, they'll gather whatever material they can find to make their nest. So I'm thinking about, like, that's a bit my thinking behind layering this, is to make it a bit of a mismatch of stuff like they would have found in nature, kind of. And I still do want to see my painty paper, so I'm trying not to cover it up too much, but to have interesting effect. So I kind of like that. So that could be one. Let's see, maybe make them in series like this. Could be fun. I've got some cheesecloth I could use. Also have some of this. I'm not sure I want to use that. I have some more of the tissue paper. This was from a package that Kimberly had sent me, and I kept all the tissue paper because that's what I do. I try to keep everything. It's bad, I know. But I know that a lot of you guys also do it now, so I'm feeling less alone in my quest of keeping little scraps, pieces. I like being able to see through the painty paper. And this is something that Leanne had sent, and that was wrapped, one of the journals I had purchased from her. So still have that. Gonna use it. Now, which bird do I put on there? Trying to save the other image because they're very pretty. I don't want to waste some precious image. Maybe something like that. Like this piece. Okay, so I have enough of that. And this I can use there, and that I can use here. And I think I've got enough of this. I'm missing some book paper. So yeah, guys, if you have any ideas on how to keep stuff in the freezer that doesn't take too much room, because like I said, I know that I could put it in jars, in mason jars, but I find that mason jar takes a lot of space in the freezer, so that's why I'm a bit apprehensive about doing that. and I would have loved to buy myself a food saver, but it uses plastic, like that's all it uses, so I decided against it, which is sad because it's one of the great tools for freezing stuff properly. I don't know. So guys, like I said, if you have any ideas, I will gladly take them. Also bought something new that I didn't know existed, and I thought that was going to be a great thing to save plastic. It's doggy poo, whatever. It's kind of a septic tank, but for dog poo. And you place this thing in the ground, and then you have seems to have been in service for quite a long time, actually. So you put water in it and a tablet, and the enzyme of the tablet disintegrates the poo, and so you don't have to put it in the garbage, and you don't have to have the smell and the flies and the whatever. It's closed. So I thought that was brilliant. I can't wait to try it out. I wanted to install it, but as you saw in my vlog, my yard is still not up to par, so I couldn't. But this is something I think is going to be saving a lot, because having 2 dogs, they really poop a lot. It's too bad that you can't really, and they say that you're not supposed to put it close to food that you would eat because of the bacterias that the dog poo has. So that's something to keep in mind. And so I'm going to put it where it's not going to be in the way, but I can still use it easily. I'd be curious to know, do any of you guys have that thing? This was new to me, like I had never heard of it. But Kimberly said that she had purchased one, just never had the time or energy or whatever to install it. So I'm curious, like I watched a lot of videos before making the purchase because I wanted to make sure that it's really something that works. And it was the first time I ever heard it. I was watching a channel about a family of 5 that were trying to have as much zero waste as possible, and they had dogs, and that's one of the things that they mentioned, and I was like, wow, I had never heard of that thing. Okay, that's too big, doesn't work. Do this one. This bird. Because it's true that there's a lot of waste, especially when you're walking your dog and you're putting it in plastic bags. Well, even if it's biodegradable, you still put it in your garbage, and that is in the plastic bag itself. So, and you can't compost it because of the fact that it can't be next to vegetables. So in the end, there's not a lot of stuff that you can do with it, but supposedly once you put it, your flowers and whatever else is close by will really benefit from it. So I suppose that it's not bad, it's just that it's not like it takes a while. So okay, I'm thinking maybe I could put one of those sentiments from Tim Holtz. I don't know. I must have had other sheets than that one. Where are the other ones? Oh, there they are. If they were to fly away, that would be a good one. Okay, so I think I'm going to use one of those sentiments because just feel that it fits with the color scheme of what I've done. It's a big brush, Pitt Artist Pen. That is also in the links of Amazon in case you're interested, because I get a lot of comments on this pen and where you can get it and so on and so forth. I really love it. It's juicy and it's permanent and it's just good stuff. Okay, so glue this down. And I'm using my glue stick because I want it to be really stuck well, so that when I put this in my Etsy store, if somebody actually mails out the postcard, it's going to make it through the mail. I get a lot of questions on that too. Yes, you can mail out those postcards, and yes, they will survive the postal system, so long as you don't put three-dimensional items on it. Because that obviously, when it goes through all the machines, I'm not guaranteeing that your cards are going to be in proper order at the end. Like, there might be parts that are missing or ripped, or maybe, I don't know, might actually get lost in the process because maybe they'll have to do something manual with it. I don't know, but I wouldn't recommend it. If you're gonna do that, you should just put the postcard in an envelope. But that would be your best bet, I would think. But like I said, that's my personal opinion. It might go through the mail just fine. I just find that for sure, like when they're like this, they make it for sure, because I've had it, I've done it, and they make it fine. But I'm not convinced with three-dimensional ones. Okay, I think it's pretty. Okay, so let's edge it, because that's what I do. I always edge them. Kind of put the card in an angle to try to limit the chance of me going off and making a big black mark on the card. See, doesn't that make it more like pop and be nicer? Okay, and then trying to find one that I would want for that. Do all the good you can. Okay, and I'm gonna put some glue from the glue stick as well, because I just don't trust the glue that's on the stickers. Okay, so like that, and I think I'm just gonna edge that. Because I want it to pop and be more visible. So here is my postcard. So that's one. I'm trying to kind of remember how to place the papers, because once I remove it from the postcard, it's hard to keep track. I didn't get all the way to the edge, I guess. So what have you guys been up to? Have you been been on vacation, enjoying the summer? I'm enjoying the fact that now we suddenly have nice weather. That is really nice. It's been very welcome. I try to go next to my pool and read a bit and just enjoy the summer, because it goes so fast here. First thing you'll know, it's going to be fall. Okay. Just make sure all the little bits are glued down properly. Okay, and then edge it. Like so. And I like this one. Every detail of their journey. Whoops, forgot. Like so. There we go. So that's the second one. Got the feeling that I'm going to be at my 30-minute mark. It's pretty much the time that it takes me to do something. Like 4 cards like that. Yesterday, God Junk came to get our old spa. I can't wait to get the new one. It's going to be really nice. I haven't been in my spa for a while now because it broke during the winter months, and we just it like the pipes burst and there was just nothing we could do about it. It stopped functioning, so everything froze and then burst, and yeah. So, but it served us well for 15 years, so we were kind of sad because we wish it would have lasted longer, but it happens. So now we bought a jacuzzi, and I'm so looking forward to being able to go in it. So this I'm going to be doing sets, so it's going to be about birds. So these are the set of postcards that are going to be on sale. As I said, I'm going to make some other things with the birds. Where's my fly? I saw something about flying. Okay, this is very strange. Where did it go? I thought it was at the top. Oh, learning to fly. Is that it? No. If they were let to fly away. And see, it doesn't stick very well. Guess it depends on what you're sticking it to. So by putting out glue, it really does make a difference. And here we go. And finally the last one. Wipe this down a bit because it's all gooey. And at the end of this glue stick, I'm going to have to get another one. So So these postcards could be sent by mail. They could be used as journaling cards in journals. There's all kinds of things that you can do with them. And in case you're wondering, this here, this stenciling pattern, it was actually made with some fruit wrappers. You know, like the stuff that the oranges come in. You stretch it out and you do that. And I was really happy that I thought of using it, and the result was really good, so I was quite impressed. So this one is going to be Now Is the Time, because there's the little nest. So I don't know, it just fits, I guess. My pen is not liking writing on top of this. Okay. So here we go. So those are all my little postcards. I'm quite happy with how they turned out. I hope that you've enjoyed yourself. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this. And that's it for now. Bye everyone.